My colleague, younger by a decade and a half, and the only other male on the writer's retreat to the Amalfi Coast, insisted on climbing the 261 steps with me to my one-room hilltop casa for lunch. He remained unfazed by my warning that after our meal of bread, cheese, fruits, gathered at the piazza markets, I would observe siesta on a single bed. He agreed to shop together for the food that we would share, visiting the specialty stores, all within peeling distance of the town's church. We appeared as a couple, an unfamiliar sight in an Italian town, two men buying groceries together midday. So, as we gathered our fare, from the salumeria for mortadella, fruttivendolo for plums, panetteria for focaccia, reading each other's faces when tasting a cheese, I don't know how we were perceived. Maybe just American tourists assembling a meal. In an Italian town, gathering food for lunch is not just a daily, quotidian endeavor, but also a life-affirming, sociable event. Chats with vendors, assessments of the ripeness of a fruit, choosing still water over a sparkling. Sacks of groceries hanging from our wrists, packages wrapped by the merchants like gifts, we made the climb, saying salvo to passing kids cradling soccer balls, hearing the Italian dialect coming from within houses, lights dimmed against the noonday heat. After we finished our meal on the terrace, we moved into the cool interior, the clink of plates in the sink, and then laid together on the narrow bed, shutters drawn against the Italian sun. We talked to the ceiling, strands of our hair mingling on the pillow. When he stopped talking, amid the whir of the ceiling fan, I remained awake, practicing already the anecdote I'd tell of being the only one on the trip to have literally slept with him. The straight man in the group, when all our fellow middle-aged women wanted him, away for a week from husbands, wearing strapless outfits to dinner to show off their tanned shoulders. They'd begun the trip by flirting with me too, but ceased when they learned of my unavailability, my orientation, which gave them permission to interlock arms with me as we strolled the cobblestoned streets, letting locals mistake us for a couple. People want to be perceived as being in love. Long past midnight, my phone lit in the darkness with a text from him, in his casa at the bottom of the hill on the town's main street, by day abuzz with Vespas. He was in distress about a young woman he was seeing back in New York, she threatening to leave. He needed company. I suggested he come up to talk. The climb should take me 10 minutes, he said. I pictured him on the ascent, making turns on the landing, his presence stirring wind chimes, maneuvering around bikes parked outside apartments, shushing barks from a dog confused by someone passing so late. I opened the shutters, the terrace door, lit candles in hurricanes, unwrapped our leftovers. When he arrived, I escorted him to the outdoor table. The town's Baroque church remained floodlit, and distant lights shone across the Mediterranean Bay. But the town was otherwise asleep, apart from us. We spoke quietly as we pulled apart the still fresh bread, reaching over each other to finger olives, rolling slices of meat between fingers and pouring more red. We talked, ate, sipped long enough for more of the lights across the bay to extinguish, for the full moon to have moved many degrees, from appearing pierced by the church steeple to rubbing up against the nave. It's a maxim we've all heard, that we don't change how we stay the same. Not true when you travel. Seems you're more willing to try a different life than at home. Replicate the routine of locals, assume another identity, as if wearing a costume you later take off. our appetites satisfied, from the food and wine anyway. We yawned, recognizing it was time to go inside, relatch the shutters, and try for sleep. Thank you.